This program was produced by and first broadcast on Radio Hawke's Bay, your community access media station. Thanks to New Zealand On Air for making this type of programming possible.
Hi, Gail here. Welcome to Radio Hawke's Bay, your local community radio station that is a voice if you would like a voice. And I was thinking this morning, do you feel heard? Do you feel that you can say things about what you're interested in, about what you think about things? Radio Hawke's Bay, that's your voice. That's a way that you can share who you are, your experiences. Think about it. Just could be something you've never done before, but could be quite interesting to do. So today is just about the beginning of December, the last month of 2023, and it's been quite a year for a lot of you, and for most of you there have been things that have turned things around for you a little bit, changed things in your life. It's the good luck, bad luck year, and the cyclone started it in this area with a lot of the bad luck scenarios, but also a lot of good luck that came out of all of those experiences through the cyclone as well, and some miracles. I don't think we recognise the miracles as they happen always. We generally can sometimes put it down to, oh, that was cool, coincidence, synchronicity, all that kind of stuff. But we don't often see it as a heaven-sent type of thing. I'll say it that way just because I'm kind of grappling a little bit for words. So anywho, I'm Gail, and I do a psychic intuitive segment. I'm a life coach and a noetic scientist. I am a teacher. So if you have any abilities that you would like to develop, give me a ring. My phone number is 027 4166545. I do individual tarot readings for people, clairvoyant readings. If you have inquiries about a loved one on the other side, I do that as well. I also do a lot of work with energy and manifesting, and I can manifest help you manifest what it is you wish and desire in your life, and help you along on, like in a coaching kind of way, to realize those wishes, to bring them about in your life. There is a trick thing here sometimes, law of attraction, and you can say to me, okay, I've done law of attraction, it hasn't worked. And I will just say to you, everything you did around law of attraction has worked. It's just not happened in your reality at this moment. It means it will happen in your reality. Be careful what you wish for has always been the saying, simply because you will get what you wish for. It may just not come in the way that you want it to. It may be, I never ever wanted it this way. And sometimes, for instance, there was a lady once, and this actually happened, true story, and she asked for money. She wanted money, lots of money. She wanted it to help her life and to help her level of comfort and everything else, which is very reasonable. And then she had a relative die, and it was a close relative, and it broke her heart. But she got her money. She got her comfort of living. And she would never ever would have wished it that way. It's just that that's how it happened. So just saying, when you put out for wishes, they're not wasted. They all accumulate. somewhere in the ether or somewhere in the air. And at some point in time, circumstances flow together, things come together, and the result is that your wish is granted. So for all of you who are still waiting and wishing, keep wishing. The secret to a wish is to give up on it, to eventually give up on it, to, old saying, let go, let God. Simply just, boredom can make you let go of it. It not coming true can help you let go of it. Whatever it is that helps you forget about it, let go of it, give up on it, they're all really good signs, because then you have stepped aside and you are allowing whatever forces there are around us that create to go to work, to come together in those things, in those areas that you have been wanting and wishing. So how many times have you wanted to find something, for instance, and you couldn't find it? You look, you just couldn't find it. And then at some random moment when you didn't need it anymore, it turned up. How many times has that happened? Like, seriously, that happens a lot. And if it hasn't happened to you, well, maybe it will. So all sorts of things can happen for us in our lives when we wish it. Our wishes always need to come from true desire, true kindness, true goodness, for the benefit of all, so that your wish is for the benefit of all. And that also helps wishes and law of attraction to manifest itself, to show itself in your life. So this is the month of miracles. I'm going to do the tarot cards for the month as well, just to let you have a general idea of the flow of the month, of what might be coming up for you in your month. It is always very general because there's, a lot of people in the world. We do share similar themes, similar patterns, similar experiences, and you'll find that when you have an experience, you talk to people around you and, hey, they've had the same experience, because that's just how our collective consciousness works. We pick up on all sorts of things going on in people's minds even, their vibe, their energy, their circumstances. And, as a collective, we can feel the weight of that, or we can feel the lightness of it. During the cyclone was a good example. We were kind of like a little pocket. There was another little couple of pockets in New Zealand. Everyone else was going around having their normal lives. And we were actually feeling really maybe left out, forgotten, maybe that people didn't see how serious things were for us or what we were going through. And the people around us were going through the same thing. So that kind of made it feel more real, more heavy. Where was the lightness and the positivity? If we looked outside to people having a normal life around us out there in New Zealand, then it would have lightened it a little bit as well. Doesn't make it go away, doesn't make it all better. It just introduces a different aspect of feeling energy that can kind of lift us up and carry us through. So miracles, it's the month of miracles, and I'll talk a little bit more about that shortly, but what I want to do is I'll do the cards, I'll do them for December. This is the last month of our 2023 year. Next year, it's about building, it's about acquiring, it's about gathering things around us that matter, making our money work better for us, making things happen in a very practical way. So we will talk more about that next month. But right now, let's have a little look. So what's coming up for you in December? We have... So you might just feel a bit more empowered this month. You will have clarity about what jobs you need to do, what needs to be finished, what needs to be sorted out. But you'll be also feeling that you've got a handle on your life a little bit more than you did at the beginning of the year, perhaps, or even halfway through the year. So you'll be feeling a little bit more, onto it were the words I got. I'm looking at the card now, and I know that we've got no video back up and running yet, but we are working on having the YouTube coming back on in 2024. For the moment, we just do the radio, and I will try and be your eyes. So the card that I have out, that is a very empowering card for you personally, is the Emperor. So anyone who wants to Google tarot, the meaning of the Emperor, you can get a meaning for it for yourself personally in your life and what it means to you as a person, but also how it can play out in your life. So this is the month of big business. This is the month where organisations and maybe parliaments sort of say, this is what we're going to do next year. Give you a bit of a heads up on what's coming, what they're planning. So this year and this month have been around luck. This month is around luck, but it is about you pretty much kind of like taking it and running with it. There was an old saying that came to mind, and I didn't say it, but I will. It's like, take the bull by the horns and go with it. It's a very old saying. It just means go do it, deal with it. A bull is scary. A bull could kind of go either way for you. But this says you'll be able to take control. Whatever it is that you're doing in your life or handling in your life, you will be able to take control and do what you need to do, and you'll see what you need to do. It'll be quite simple. So December, again, we have the Judgment card, which is the Destiny card. It is the Karma card. It is coming up for this year because it also says that it is around, it's your turn, it's your time, it's do what you need to do. This is where you can feel more interactive with your life, that you've got a part in your life. Previous in this year, we've been waiting for insurance companies, we've been waiting for councils, we've been waiting for governments, we've been waiting. But now this says, right, that you know a little bit now, what are you going to do about it? Now's the time to take charge. And this is by right. It is your turn this month. It is your time this month. And I just would say that if you're dealing with a big organisation, have a voice. Your voice can be more heard if you throw emails out there, or if you lobby for something, if you stand up for yourself and your rights, say with insurance companies and with councils and with governments. It is time for you to be heard. And you can be. It's funny that we started this session that way, because that's kind of what's coming through as well. Situations as well this month have a real depth of meaning. They are out of your hands, some of them. You're in control of what you do about it. You're in control of seeing how you can manage things. The things that happen to you that are not your choosing, you can do something about them. The situations that happen around you that involve other people, you can take charge. You can be the one that actually grabs the ball and starts running. So what else have we got for December 2023? Travel. So there'll be some of you planning trips, either this month, next month, or even for next year. It says that you will choose well. You will look at the practical aspects of travel, of what you need, what's what area of the world that you're going, what you're likely to face when you're there. It is, you will be going to places that will genuinely give you something in return. It could be that you're travelling back to family roots. It could be that you're travelling to brand new destinations that you've never been before. But each one of those destinations will actually give you something valuable for yourself personally that you will resonate with, you will feel on a deeper level. So that sounds pretty good. It also says it's a busy month, and kind of know it's a busy month, don't we? We kind of go a bit crazy at Christmas. This year, it's just kind of we've been in a whirlwind. Maybe December means all the busyness will be going on around us and we're just not going to get involved. We're just going to have it a little quieter. And that's actually a good way to approach December, because of everything going on around us, everything in the world, everything that we've been through, having that centering, as in centering yourself, so being able to kind of like stand in one spot and not be caught up in everything that's going on around you, is really, really, let's say an advantage. Okay, right. We'll have a little look, see if there's another aspect to December 2023, and I'll just talk a little bit more about some other things. It's a time to reflect. It is a time to look back on the year. It's a time to really look at things quite closely. What were you afraid of this year, mostly? It could have been around the cyclone, but we've had many, many more events happening in our personal lives. You have been faced with some of the things that you have your deepest fears around and about, and you've been faced with them so that you can kind of see the reality of them and work out strategies, figure out how well you've done, figure out what you could have done, but not by kind of, oh, I wish I had. Just like, okay, I wish I had, next time I will, type of scenario. So we've been faced with a lot of things like that this year. So reflection on the year that's been, we do that kind of naturally in December. You also have loved ones. They all gather at this time of year. Some of your loved ones choose to go home at this time of year. It's a very connected, uplifting energy at this time. It is really, really sad when we lose someone close to us. At Christmas and January, they're actually right beside you. They're involved in everything that you're doing. And if you're just on your own, they are still with you. Talk to them. I think the greatest nightmare of anyone who has passed over is that you won't remember them, that you will stop talking about them, that you will stop remembering the part that they played in your life. So please talk to anybody who has passed over. Just say hi. Just say, celebrate with us. Celebrate with me, sitting here by myself. Just feel connected with your family and those loved ones who have gone. And the loved ones that are intending to go, they go at a time that is most special. It is when the portals are open. It is when the distance between life on earth and life in spirit are closer. So the journey is easier, more effortless around this time of year. And miracles. So around Christmas, New Year, miracles happen. They happen all year round, actually. And If they're small things, maybe we don't think they're miracles. If they are, because we did this, this happened, sometimes we don't see that as a miracle. We just see it as, oh, well, I did that and I was determined to overcome that, and therefore that's why this happened. And that is true to a point as well. But miracles are miracles, regardless. There's a story about a man who was diagnosed with terminal cancer. He was told he had very little time left. And so he decided that he would dedicate the rest of his life to honouring God, the Creator, as he knew it to be. And they had a local church that was from a small community. And so he never gave up hope. He simply decided he was going to repair the church. And in his own time and in his own way, as he could and as he had the energy, he just did a little bit here and a little bit there, improving the church, repairing it, giving her a better look. And once the church was restored, his cancer was gone. Whatever the reasons, I don't know his personal story, but he could tell it as a personal story in a way where what he felt, what he experienced while repairing that church uplifted him in some ways, made him feel of value and of purpose in some ways. A whole lot of different ingredients help us to survive things in our life. And sometimes we blame the Creator for things that are not going well in our life. We think the Creator is not listening to our wishes and our desires, is that we don't matter, that we don't somehow deserve all of this. And I will just say to you, 100%, you deserve absolutely every wonderful thing you desire, wish, and need. And that is just the law of the universe, law of spirit, if you like, however it goes. You are no less than or no more than every other person on the planet. We are all equal. We are all brothers and sisters. We are all part of the one. We share things that we don't even know we share. We share a lot of things energetically. We share a lot of things through thought and consciousness. We share a lot of things that we can see in a practical way with people around us, but we can't see what we share of ourselves on a global event unless we're one of those people that do sort of YouTube and they share themselves with the whole world, and then they get feedback. Then they kind of know. But 90% of what you do, you will never see the result of, you will never get the recognition for. You simply have to know that what you're doing is that you are giving of yourself to others, to help others, to be in some way of service to others. Just by being kind sometimes. That smile saves lives. Just smile, it saves lives. And that gives you hope. A little thing, but it gives you hope. So there are many miracle stories out there, and in my own life, I've had very lovely miracle stories. And one of my most recent ones I'll just share, because it is from this year. And my brother passed away in January this year, very suddenly, unexpectedly. He was driving, pulled over, gone. And my mother ended up in hospital because he was her carer. My mother was in hospital, and there was this. I was in a receptacle one day in an office, and there were glass windows out the front, and the wind was blowing, and I saw this white feather. It was a white curly feather that blew past and rolled and rolled and rolled down the path, and I thought, I wonder if I should go get that, because I always know that is the angels. They're always saying they're around. And then I didn't. And then it came back. And I went out and I couldn't find it. Went to the car and there it was on the ground. Picked it up, took it to my mother. My mother got moved from the assessment unit upstairs after a couple of weeks, and on the floor there was this exact type of feather, the white curly one. And my mum got well. We were worried about her, and all went well because we moved her into a rest home, and that was difficult. But it was reassurance. The white feathers are reassurance that everything will be taken care of and is being taken care of. I found another one that was kind of like a little bit buried in a little bit of mud. But that was to tell me about one of my relatives, that all would be well. And that's still in the process, but we are getting there. And then I found one more of exactly the same feather. And it was when I was going through something pretty challenging to myself recently. And that just immediately reassured me all was being taken care of. And so I just relaxed. There are little signs and signals out there, everybody. Please look for the little miracles. Please take notice of them. You're deserving of every miracle. And miracles happen every day in small and big ways. And on that note, lovely people, have a fabulous, fabulous month. I will be talking to you in another 2 weeks. I am Gail. My number is 027 4166 545 if you would like to have a personal reading or a session or a development session or just to come chat. Namaste.
This program was produced by and first broadcast on Radio Hawke's Bay, your community access media station. Thanks to New Zealand On Air for making this type of programming possible.